I'll tell you, like, I interviewed Aruna Irani, huh? And for the first time in her life, she opened up about being married to a married man.
What?
Yeah, she was married to a married man for 20 years or something.
That means he had 2 marriages.
Yeah, he was already married and she got married to him. And she never spoke about it, huh? So, and nobody knew, right? You wouldn't know. And she's that yesteryears Bobby में काम करती थी. उससे पहले राज कपूर के साथ काम किया. So you can imagine कितने साल से she's been acting. She's 75 or 76 or something. And she looks phenomenal. So graceful, so utterly gorgeous, and so transparent. Worked because she needed money, and she brought up her siblings from utter poverty conditions. So she spoke about all that. And then towards the third part of the 4-part, it was one interview. I shouldn't say part, but I mean, towards the third quarter of the interview, she talked about it, and it wasn't planned. She's saying, I'm speaking about it for the first time in my life, that I was married to a man and I could never talk about it. And then she talked, and in my mind, my whole thing is going, oh my God, she's saying that she's trying to legitimize this of being married to a married man.
And so what do you do then? So when this is first time ek information bahar nikal rahi hai, right?
Yeah.
And you see that they're in this vulnerable spot where they've opened up. Now, do you probe them to go further?
I do.
Always.
Yeah. Because I asked her then. I said, then what do you define marriage? If it didn't give security, so what is it? So she said, no, marriage doesn't give you security. It did. And she said, so I said, and the wife? So she says, the other woman gets blamed all the time for being the other woman. But I speak to the wife. If you couldn't keep your husband, it's not my fault. And ask the husband. If he's not being, she says he didn't leave his wife, but he was with me. And I'm sitting in that position where I've been brought up about monogamy and all those things, right? Shed it, man. Shed that part out. Don't be judgmental. She's explaining to you how she made that compromise in life. For 20 years, she stayed married to a man who could not in public say that, and this is my wife. He stayed with his first wife. He would come to her. And she did not admit to that relationship till the first wife died. She died last year, and now 6 months later, she got the courage to speak about, and she didn't have children because of that. She says, I didn't. How do I tell my children? She says, jo mera dukh hai.
Why do I pass it on?
Pass it on.
Yeah, that you can't meet your father because of XYZ, because then they will forever grow up with that trauma of being dadless. पूरा podcast देखने के लिए pinned comment पे click करें.